Okay guys, I just received my Simple Stories design team box, so I did go ahead and open it and sort everything out just because most of the product is Christmas themed, holiday themed, and I was getting a little confused. Luckily, most of the lines are color coded, so I took a couple minutes to kind of go through and split everything up, and I thought it would be fun to kind of go through and look at these. You guys have commented before that even though you see the pre-orders, you see everything online, you kind of like to see it a little bit more in person. So I'm starting with the Say Cheese Classic Mouse Christmas, and I did go ahead and take the papers out of the packaging for this one. So we're just gonna do kind of like a quick breeze through. I'm not going to mention like the names of the papers. I think that gets a little overwhelming. These ones are always cute because you can do a like 2-page and kind of have some of the design already done for you. This is really cute. Some dots with Mickey in the wreath, and then some stripes. I do believe, because we all know you kind of have to toe the line with copyright, I believe it's Steamboat Willie, but you can call the mouse whatever you want to call him. Some good polka dot. I love these kind of prints. This one is really cute. This would be fun to like die cut. Oh, dang it. Okay, side note. This will I don't know when this video is going to go up. I'm working on this right now, so quick, you know, whatever. And I'm working on it, and it's a stash dive, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if anything in this Simple Stories box is like music themed. It is. I'm already past the point of using paper, but I'm going to take a good look at the embellishments when we get there to see, you know, if there's anything I can go ahead and pull out. I love this dot tags. These are always really cute. I love this kind of like art style. Back is going to be the like open tags. These I love for like printing your journaling on. This would be really cute to have like favorite moments, favorite memories. Plaid cut aparts that are 3x4 with a snowflake on the back. And then these I love because you're going to get different sizes. This one's got 6 4x4s and then 12 2x2s on this side. The back is fun candy canes. And then you've got the more traditional 6x4 and 4x6 cut aparts. This is so cute. Back side is going to be a green plaid. And then we've got our sticker sheet. So I'm kind of hoping that as we go through all this stuff, I can kind of find like some long phrases or just some stuff to kind of tuck in on that layout. Okay, so that is again, the collection kit where you're getting all the papers and the stickers together. And then we've got the bits and pieces. So this is the one that I am always kind of gravitated towards, where you've got a good mix of like some big elements, some small elements, phrases, a couple title options, pretty much just a really good mix. And so far I'm only seeing music notes. I think I'm good. I die cut some music notes already. Are kind of like, I tend to think of these as more like bulkier embellishments. So you've got the adhesive brads. These are really cute, and then usually they'll fill in the bottom down here with a couple chipboard elements, and then the enamel dots are the glitter version. And then with Say Cheese Classic Mouse, they've also done the big bits. So these are like chunky, like this is a big tag, but this is kind of cool because you can put like almost probably like a 3x4 photo on here. These are just, I don't know, I pulled them out recently for a different collection and they were just fun. Simple Pages is another one that I usually recommend to people because you're almost always going to get like a really good sized title. You're going to get sort of large icons, medium icons, all the way down to tiny icons. And it's essentially a sampling of the collection and kind of just enough to get a layout done. Classic Mouse also is doing the 6x8 paper pad. I do want to look real quick because sometimes in the paper pads you get some extra patterns that you don't see in the 12x12. I'm doing awful cutting this. Okay. And I can already tell, like this one I don't remember seeing. And they're usually going to have, usually towards like the front, yeah. There'll be these fun like decorative pages that I think are so cute. Typically I see people using them in like 6x8 albums, but this would be so cute. I need to make notes while I'm doing these hauls or go back and watch my video because I think this would be so cute to have as part of like a double and then have like, you know, stacked 3x4 photos like over here. Okay, I have to remember to do that because it's just too cute. I don't remember seeing this one and I don't remember seeing this one, but I could be wrong. There's another one. The tags are going to be shrunken down. I love the size of these. The like little journaling counterparts are also sized down. And then the 3x4s are usually slightly different, and the phrasing is usually geared, in my opinion, more towards card making, like just the things that they say. So like, you make the holidays merrier. Merry Christmas to you. To me, that makes more sense to do on like a card. I'm already losing paper. Okay, and then that's when it starts repeating. And then the 6x12 embellishments are the chipboard, which again, this is the more like thin version, which I love. And I love the fact that I think almost every version of their faces by themselves, they face in together. So I really like when they do that. Good title options. And then the foam stickers, you guys know I love these. These are just, I don't know, they're just so good. You got tiny stars on this one. Some good banners. And then the other thing that I want to mention with Say Cheese Classic Mouse is mine look like this. I will pop images up over here. This is the die set to build Boy Mouse and Girl Mouse with their arms and different like regular accessories. And then this one is a holiday accessory add-on, and then this is like a wreath builder. I have actually already played with these. Insert this. Hopefully I have permission to share that. I will get, if you're seeing it, I got permission. If not, I will have to cut this out and put like a coming soon thing. In addition to this, they also sent in this month, if you remember the classic Pooh collections, there is an embossing folder that goes with the birthday version of Pooh. And then there is more die sets coming out with their collab with Spellbinders. So this one I believe is Rabbit and Owl and like some gardening stuff. And then there is a birthday like accessories add-on. I actually literally over here have these cut out and I'm in the process of putting a card together with these. These are so cute. Okay, let's move this to the side and grab the next collection. All right, next up we have the flannel season line. And at first I was confused about, I was like, this one is a very large collection. And at first I couldn't figure out why. Most of the simple vintage lines tend to have a lot more product. Okay, I did have to go double check. I don't have, and I don't know, there's no simple basics, at least I don't have. I will have to check and see if they're on like pre-order or something. So simple vintage flannel season is going to be more kind of snowy, wintry, and I'm crying in in the desert where it doesn't snow. So this is going to be a fun challenge. I'm going to have to really kind of dig deep in the different probably phrases that we're gonna see and kind of just go through my photos and see what I can, you know, what I can make work. Last ditch effort, I will borrow photos from a friend because I'm jealous of you guys that kind of have 4 seasons. I don't actually want to deal with 4 seasons, but you know what I mean. Gorgeous tone on tone, like evergreen pine needles. Big floral with some birds. These I love for backgrounds. These like tone on tone, kind of like catalog newsprint. Plaid with snowflakes, a fun polka dot, grid with trees. And this does have, I would say, more of like a cream base than a white base. Oh, that's really cool. These are some different types of patterns than I feel like I've typically seen. I love this. This is so cute. I think this is going to get a lot of traction. I think we're going to see this one a lot in samples. Ooh, really pretty plaid. Good tone on tone plaid with a cute little neighborhood and some skaters. Tags. I'm pretty sure I'm going backwards through the paper, but it's fine. It's fine, you guys. Oh, look at how cute. These are so stinking cute. Journaling style cut aparts. This one's kind of like a cute little sweater design with the 3x4s on the back. I love this one. These ones are so cute. Okay. Kind of a diagonal plaid with the 4x4s and 2x2s on the back. Red and blue plaid with the 6x4. These are all 6x4. The Mickey had a couple vertical ones. These ones are all horizontal. And then let's take a look at the stickers. Lots of good titles. Good mix of like the florals and stuff. This is really cute. Okay, now again, because this is simple vintage, there is a lot of product that's all in this. It's just kind of how simple vintage is. So I believe there's 4 options for die cut packs. We've got the floral bits. So this is going to be, you know, flowers, leaves, birds, pine cones. Typical kinds of things that we see in simple vintage, just done with, you know, the winter motifs. We've got the sentiment bits. This is another favorite of mine. I like being able to kind of build up different titles and stuff. So this is where I'm going to kind of get a little, I'm going to have to get a little creative and maybe do more of like hot cocoa or something. We'll see. Bits and pieces, again, is going to be that like mix of stuff. So we've got some large elements, we've got some like phrases, tiny little hearts, icons and imagery. And then the ephemera is going to be kind of like those pre-made clusters where they're just kind of already layered up for you and in like pretty good size. There's also the page pieces. So again, kind of just geared towards getting like a quick layout done. You've already got a title and some extra stuff to go with it. The kind of bulkier, we've got the glossy enamel dots and the adhesive enamel, not adhesive enamel, the adhesive brads. So no prongs, just adhesive on the back, and then where they fill in with the chipboard. And then we've got, let's open this one differently. We've got the 6x8 paper pad. So we've got kind of your 6x8 image here, which kind of looks like those ephemera pieces. And then all those patterns that we just saw, but again, some of them are going to be swapped out for these like large kind of like display style pages. So again, different 3x4s. Okay, and now we're repeating. And then with this one, we've got the chipboard frames. So it looks like 6 of them. Usually the double one, these are actually attached. You could probably carefully cut them apart. And then the chipboard. I love when they fill in the spaces with those like little pieces and the little phrases. And then the foam is gonna have all those fun titles. He's so cute. I need snow. Yeah, these are fun. Okay, let's go ahead and put flannel season to the side. Okay, continuing with that simple vintage vibe, this is going to be simple vintage believe, so more of kind of like classic take on traditional Christmas elements. And again, simple vintage typically means more stuff. So, quick look through the papers. Got a red plaid. Oh, this is fun. I love this kind of stuff. It's really good for putting in the background. Super kind of vintage traditional, like holly leaves and trees. Kind of a basic plaid. Some florals. I'm not gonna butcher how you say that. This is kind of cool. I don't even know how to describe this. This is really cool with like the fireplace and like this weird version of Santa. I'm hoping that's Santa. That has to be Santa. Oh, these are like ice skaters. This is cool. This we've seen in different collections. It's like those like ticket kind of things. More florals. Oh, I love a ledger. Green ledger. Kind of this collage, papery. More hollies. A green plaid. This we've seen, I can't remember, it was a recent one. We've seen this done, I think it was the Autumn Breeze one, where it's kind of like the whole page is like a pre-made cluster. I always like to see what people are going to do with stuff like this. We've got the tags, and then the more kind of embellished tags. I love this snowman. He's so cute too. Good basic background. I like when they do this. Sometimes it's like, you know, you need some of the work done for you. Journal cut aparts. This is that same pattern but in a green with 3x4 cut aparts on the other side, and then we've got that same pattern in red with the 4x4 and 2x2 cut aparts. Another floral with the mixture. So now we've got, again, we've got the 4x6 like verticals and then the 6x4 horizontals. I really like this one. This would be fun to print journaling on. And then the stickers. These are just, I don't know, so cute. Oh, I actually love this. Usually these are different colors. I love that these are all the same and I don't have to sit here and pick between favorites. I love this. This is so good. Okay. Now with this one, there is a basic pack that coordinates. So you've got some like gingham, and then this is, I don't want to take them out of the package, kind of like a barely there Swiss dot type of texture. And then for embellishments, let's see. We've got the sentiment bits. So again, more wordy, kind of subtitle options, that type of thing. This is the number bits. So I think this is going to be geared more towards kind of like December daily type stuff. I think this would be fun to kind of include in regular scrapbooking as well. The bits and pieces, so again, this is kind of my favorite, and some of these elements were in the fall line, so it's kind of fun to see them carried over. A lot of these were in there, these little like labels, so that's kind of a good mix. And then the floral bits are, you've got some giant trees kind of mixed in with more of the floral imagery. We've got chipboard frames. So again, these are together, and I like when they include, you know, the different shapes. Then the ephemera. So again, kind of those pre-made, already kind of layered, couple borders, couple labels. Good mix in that one as well. Page pieces, always a go-to easy one for me is page pieces. Then I don't think I have enamel dots. I don't think. Let me check my box. No, I think there was only 4 enamel dots, but there was more than 4 collections. So adhesive brads, again, with the addition of the chipboard down at the bottom. I love that there's a 24 and a 25. Then let's take a quick peek at the 6x8. I always like seeing what the decorative opener is going to be. Smiles, Laughter, and Christmas Cheer. So again, lots of scaled down stuff, and then kind of some fun full size 6x8s. So like if you're doing mini albums, December daily, that kind of thing. Then this one has the rub-ons. So again, these kind of always read to me as almost like pre-done clusters. I used a lot of them with the original Classic Poo. Then chipboard, this, oh my gosh, so big, so cute. Lots of different options in here. I love this like style of ornament that they did. The foam stickers, lots of different title options, and tons of these stars. I love that. Okay, so that was Simple Vintage Believe. Let me go ahead and clear off my desk from this. Okay, next up we've got All Wrapped Up, which online, this was one that I was really excited to see in person. I think it's just kind of a fun take on kind of the classic Christmas. This is really cool. It's kind of like already stamped, already mixed media kind of. Got some good pine needle stuff, florals. More of that kind of like collage look, these cute little trees. String of lights. I feel like this was, you know what? This might be the same designer from, does it say on here? No. This might be the same designer as the spooky line and the summer one. A lot of, oh, so cute. Could have used this on my layout. I love these tone on tones. Ooh, big chunky polka dot. This is fun, kind of pre-striped, really pretty gingham. I like the addition of the like aqua in this one. Really good tone on tone green. Fun tags. Yeah, there's that like chunky script that I really liked in the summer line. I am getting ready to cut into the spooky line, so I have a feeling I'll probably gravitate towards that. And then the other style is this like kind of like cut in half with the patterns on the letters. So the designer must be carrying that over into these lines, which I think is cool. Oh, I love this. Kind of like a craft. Okay, a mix of the cut aparts and then kind of like almost like a marker stamp. Okay, let's look at the stickers. Oh, this is cool. So again, kind of geared towards like the December daily type stuff. Mix of the fonts. This is that kind of bubbly one I love. And then kind of more of like a doodly style ornament. Those are cute. Okay, let's take a look at the 6x8. Curious, I always like to see that first one, the best time of the year. And then everything else in here should be scaled down. Look at him. Looks like they added a phrase to that striped one. The 3x4s are going to be a little bit different. aren't repeating. So 6x8 pad. Okay, let's look at the die cut packs. We've got the journal bits. So it's gonna be like a mix of some like little borders. These I like to run through my printer if I just have like a little bit of journaling to do. Some good kind of like labels. The sentiment bits, again, is going to be all those just fun phrases. These would be kind of cute to have like all stacked up because of that same font. And then this looks like it's got the addition of the black for like the phrases. And then we've got the bits and pieces. So again, this is the one that I tend to gravitate towards, just kind of personal style, personal preference. So usually this is the first one that I will kind of open and start digging through. The enamel dots are the glitter option. We've got the simple page pieces, that fun, I'm telling you, this font is just, it's too cute. Some little triangle trees, good mix of stuff. I would say, where is it? These are kind of the two that every collection I tend to gravitate towards. I think these are just such a good overall mix of stuff. So we've got the adhesive brads and then your chipboard pieces down here. Then we've got the big bits. So again, those big kind of chunky elements. This is really cool. I kind of like this like snow globe thing. These are really good to like kind of fill in on when you've got like a double page layout and you kind of feel like it's got too much space going on. And we've got the chipboard, cute little houses, kind of sketched out Santa. And then the foam, these are just too cute. I actually like these little circles right here. I'm always kind of curious to see like what my eye is going to gravitate towards first. I think with everything being holiday, I'm just very like, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I've got some time to kind of plan. So let's set this aside. And then we've got one more collection, which I think might be my favorite one, and another item that was in my haul box. Okay, I saved my favorite for last. This, we're gonna look at Hard Candy Christmas, and when I saw the pre-order images, I was like, yes, this is right up my alley. The bright colors, the kind of just chaotic feel to lines like this, I love. I love, love, love just the mix of like fun stuff, kind of not super serious like the traditional lines are. Love this kind of a thing. This always reminds me of like my grandparents' ornaments and their tree. Kind of different. It's kind of just fun to see like the different, like every collection kind of had like a holly paper, and it's kind of, you know, fun to see the different versions. So we've got a good like candy icon with kind of like an aqua plaid on the back. These borders are super fun. I love this kind of like pre-made scene down here. Another one with the presents. Backside is this fun dot. This, weirdly enough, I love it. I'm kind of wondering, I don't know who designs any of the like imagery, but I'm wondering if this is the same designer as Fun Times, and I loved Fun Times, so it would make sense if it was the same designer. This is kind of like a funky star looking thing. This is just like hollies, pines, berries. These, my grandparents always had these candies at their house. I liked them. Not many people liked them. Fun polka dot with some little like stars mixed in. Little tiny trees. The tags, super cute. Bringing in more of the like candy stuff. And now we're starting to see the little like nutcracker guys. Tags. And this one, I don't know if you guys will be able to see. Hard candy is a mix of white base and cream base. Some people hate that. I really like it. It doesn't bother me. I will mix anything and everything. I really like this. It doesn't bother me. Oh, good stripe. 3x4 cut aparts. This is just so cute. This one too. And I have no idea what order I'm using any of these in. I have no idea what photos I'm gonna use yet. Not a clue. Oh, these are so cute. I'm telling you, all this candy stuff is just too cute. And now we're getting like kind of like the sweaters, tinsel twinkle, and a whole lot of jingle. These are just good. Like when you don't want to do like a title and you're doing like, you know, like a wallpapering of photos, use a card instead of titles. Ugh, I'm telling you. It's just, it looks like chaos and things that don't belong together, and my brain screams, yes, I love all this. I think the cookies go with the sweaters and go with the florals and go with the candy. It's fine. I love it. Oh, they even squeezed in like a little border down here. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, let's look at the embellishments. We've got big bits for this one. I love this. Like this would be so cute to like top your photo with and then put like your journaling strips on there. Those vintage ornaments. Okay, with the enamel dots are the glitter version, and then the decorative brads. I love him. He's so stinking cute. Some of these look like candies. Okay, simple pages. Again, just a really good mix of stuff. If you want like a smaller die cut pack. Okay, die cut packs, we've got bits and pieces. Again, this is my go-to. This is my favorite. Look at the little gingerbread mug. Man, I'm gonna have to like really dive deep into holiday photos. Journal bits. Oops. I love when they do this where they like match, because I feel like you can print half your journaling on this one and half your journaling on this one and kind of like spread it out. You could even print journaling on the snow globe. Sweet bits. So I'm wondering if this, instead of the floral, it's candies. This is already screaming make a scene or make a wreath or make a frame, something. This is going to be hard not to like use the entire pack on one layout. And if I decide to do that, it's okay. Sometimes you just need to have fun. Okay, let's see what the decorative one's going to be. Oh, look at how cute he is. Oh, it's like a magazine, Hard Candy Magazine, Simple Stories publication. This is so cute. Okay, scaled down options. This one is more scaled up because that was one of the 4x6s. Tags are shrunk down as well with a different pattern on the back. The cut aparts are scaled down. Different 3x4s. I think the other one had a pink background. And then this is where it's going to start repeating. And then we've got the chipboard. I love this. It's just, oh, this is going to be the one that gets me. I love all of this. This is kind of making me think, I wonder if maybe this is the same designer. I don't know. I don't even know how you find out who designs collections. Sometimes I can just pick out that the fonts are the same, so this is kind of making me think that maybe this designer did 2 holiday lines. Okay, the last thing that was in my design team box is the 12-month memory calendar kit. This coordinates with the For the Record collection, which is the one that I'm doing for my month in review. But this one is geared towards kind of following along, quick and easy. They suggest use with the Simple Pages page templates and Color Vibe cardstock, both of which are not included in the calendar kit. I have some ideas for this. I'm gonna kind of wait until I can open it and really see what's in here before I make that decision. But basically you've got 12 blank calendar pages in 12 different colors. There are 4 12x12 sheets of die cuts, so probably like you punch them out. 6x12 sheet month and icon stickers, which I believe is this. to put on here so you can label the days, and then the numbers. So again, so you can make sure that you've got dates on your calendar, which this is nice because let's say you don't get to it this year, let's say you don't get to it in 2026, come 2027, because you can put the days how you want them, you can pretty much, like, you don't have to use it, you know, immediately. So that is a look at my design team box. I believe that is the last design team box for my term with Simple Stories. So super thankful, super grateful, super excited to kind of just sit in Christmas for the next couple months. So leave me a comment down below which you think you're kind of gravitating more towards, which one's your favorite. Have you pre-ordered any of this? Have you been shopping? What did you get? Tell me down below because I'm dying to know. And what are you most excited to see me cut into? So with that, I'm gonna leave you guys here. Pray the audio is there, and I'll catch you guys later.